So this is the book. This is the format. It looks like a Bible. Even the pages look like a Bible. They're very thin. The way it's written looks like a Bible. And this has a purpose. The purpose is to literally destroy all the belief that we have against religion, Catholicism, Christianism, Jesus, all the wars that society and planet Earth has been through because of this, all the fear, even the color resonates like a Bible, the letters, and this has a purpose. We cannot put churches under the name of A Course in Miracles. It's not allowed. It says it inside. We can only gather, we can only do this kind of meetings. The company that print out the book is called the Foundation for Inner Peace. This is the only organization that can print out this book, and they sell it online and they sell it in many countries, and it's been translated to many languages. The book has a Shakespearean language. It's a little bit Jewish Christian language, but more inclined to Christian language. And the way the book came into form was through a conflict of two psychologists from the University of New York, Columbia University of New York. They were extremely good at what they were doing, but they were always fighting. They were successful, but they were always arguing with each other. So one day they had a meeting with the director of the college, of the psychology department, and the guy sat with them, with the two of them. It was a woman and a man, and the guy said, listen, you're incredible, you're extremely good at what you do, but your relationship is terrible and we cannot continue like this. So the woman touched, as the story goes, she touched the other colleague's hand and she said, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what is the other way. There must be another way, but I'm committed to find it. And I want you all to remember this, and I want you all to have an open mind and let the words that I'm gonna be speaking here sink into your conscious mind and into your subconscious mind, both. This will be a story for the, let's say, for the sleeping Christ. We don't talk about the inner child in A Course in Miracles, but we can talk about the sleeping Christ. And I like to talk and to put it out as the inner sleeping Christ in us. So this book is for that part of the mind. The book is divided in 5 books. One is the text, in which we can know how the mind works. Which mind? We're gonna see it in a little bit, but it's the ego mind or spirit's mind. And then we can decide from which mind we want to live and from which mind we want to see and perceive reality. That's the only free will that we have according to the book. The plan is already done. The book says very clearly that the plan is already written. The moment that the mind decided to play the game was already written. And it says that the only choice that we have is the free will to choose our perception. So the book is very, very radical. This is non-dualism, like Advaita Vedanta from India. This is for everyone, but not everyone is ready. As the book says, everyone is called, but not everyone answers. And Jesus also said this. So we don't push this to anyone. The moment we start studying it, we're gonna have a lot of resistance, and we can see it, because it's the mind resisting truth. It's the mind fighting to, let's say, maintain the falseness, everything that is false, everything that is not true. the mask, the persona. We're gonna have a rebellious time with the book, and we can hate it. But remember that this is non-dualism. This is very, very extremely radical. And it's a training, it's a process, because the mind decided to live in time and space. So it's a training, and we have to be very patient with ourselves and with the training and with the process. It is called A Course in Miracles, a course. It is not called The Course in Miracles. And I want you to notice this. That's why I put on the text that everyone is welcome. All the religions, all the philosophies are welcome, because this is a course. It's one of the courses. But the author of the book says very clearly that as radical as this is, it is the fastest path. And at the beginning, this can be shocking. And maybe the mind is not ready. Maybe some minds are not going to be ready. Maybe you're going to just hear whatever you need to hear from this meeting, and then you're going to quit because it's not your path. It's not your moment. Maybe you like Advaita Vedanta more, which is non-dualism. It doesn't have to be your path, is what I'm trying to say here. But open your mind to it, and as they said, I don't know the other way, but I'm committed to find it. So when this woman went home that night, she heard a voice in her mind that said, please take notes. This is a course in miracles. And the writing, she was the scribe, and the writing took 7 years. This book is about forgiveness, but non-dual forgiveness. What does it mean? That there is no two, that there is no other, that there is no situation, that there is no world. And this is very hard for the mind. Not two, just one. The dreamer of the dream. The mind that is projecting the dream outside. So the purpose of the book is to bring the mind to a stage that we take total responsibility for our life, for our situations, for everything we don't like, for everything we do like, and for our creation. Why forgiveness? Because the author says that we have to forgive the world. And we're going to see now why. At the end, it's very simple. The world and everything you go through in the world is just the projection of your desire to be separate from your Father, from your Creator. So the author of the book, the one that talked to this woman in her mind, was Jesus. So this is for everyone that is called to that figure, to that avatar, to that archetype, because at the end we can see it as an archetype. Do not see Jesus as the guy that was crucified, but as the consciousness that we all share and that we are all one with him. Okay, we're gonna go here next. But after all the presentations, we always say the same. I'm here because I saw the flyer, I saw the post, because Glenda invited me. But the reason that we are here, and you all mention it, is because as Helen Schuckman, the scribe of A Course in Miracles, we are tired of our own way, which is the ego's way. So we don't know the other way. As Daphne said, that she's dealing with some situations in her life right now, and she would like, I don't know the word she used, but the word that she's using, that she's trying to use or looking for, is she would like another way. She would like another perception of those situations. The way that we find that another perception is just to give the issue to the Holy Spirit. And then the miracle is about receiving A Course in Miracles. It's about receiving that other perception. This book has inside something that is called the 50 principles of the miracle, which I always recommend, is on chapter 1. And number 7, which I love it, says, miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. Purification of what? Of the mind, but especially the subconscious mind. This is Carl Jung psychology, guys. This is a psychology book. This is metaphysics, but it's also psychology. This is an ecology book. Why? Because it's directed. It's written for the ego mind. The book says your body is a tool of your mind, and your spirit, it's a piece. Your spirit is in God. The only one in trouble is your mind. So focus on the mind, and this will be an instrument of your spirit. But the one in conflict, the one creating cognitive dissonance between the body, the instrument, and the mind, and the spirit, is the mind. Why? Because of everything that we have in the subconscious mind. So the reason that we are here is because we are tired of our own way and we want to find another way. And non-dualism is extremely radical, but it takes us directly to that other way. So the book says on the beginning, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, herein lies the peace of God. What does Jesus mean by these 3 lines? And this is the synthesis of the whole book. We need a book like this because it's the mind and everything that the mind, all the content that the mind has inside on the subconscious mind, is heavy, it's thick, it's like cement. Nothing real can be threatened. Whatever that which cannot be threatened is the spirit. Spirit cannot be threatened by what? By the world. Nothing unreal exists. The ego, according to the book, does not exist. Because everything that happens in time, everything that was born and that dies in time, that has a beginning and an end, for A Course in Miracles, doesn't exist. Conflicts of this world, they don't exist. And this is a very elevated concept for the mind, and we need a whole life. If we really connect with the book, this is not a book that you read, as Alexis said. It's a book that you read again and again and again as your Bible, and you come to it again and again and again. And if you really want to live it, you will start having situations in which the words of the book are gonna just come to your mind. They're just gonna come. The lessons that you do at every given moment, if you are in a very stressful situation, there will be a moment that the spirit will come into the ego mind and will say a lesson that you need at that exact moment. There is one lesson that says, I rest in God. And sometimes when I'm taken by the things and the conflicts and the situations of this world, I hear the spirit, I rest in God. It's a reminder for me to sit, to close my eyes, and to rest in that silence. So the way we do the lessons is the way we need to do it. There is no right way. We cannot put a box on A Course in Miracles. If we want to spend 5 days with one lesson, one single lesson, we know what we're doing. The Spirit is going to guide the process too, which is beautiful. Let the Spirit guide the process of studying the book. It is a study. This is a university. For what? For the mind.